Hey everybody, you're here at Elevated Living with Z. And if you're new here, I'd like to welcome you and tell you that here at Elevated Living with Z, we are all about all things that elevate your life experience. For now, the afterlife, the in between. And if you're a returning guest, I'd like to thank you for just being a part of my life and a part of this family. As you guys already know, I love you to death, and I just, oh, like if I could physically hug and kiss every single one of you, I would. Now, that said, today we are going to have a small, this is going to be a raw channeling session with a bonus how to I get to that state um, informational to start. So, like I said, for those of you that are new here, I am Z, and this is what we do here. And for my returning guests, you guys, I'm going to tell you because I'm be getting a lot of this in my inbox. Like, how do I get myself to a state where I can hear what I need to hear, or those channeled states where messages are actually coming through? So, I don't know if you guys have noticed I'm extremely distracted by the stuff around me, but because I've already entered in a channeled state, I'm very sensitive to the energies all around me. There are things here that are supernatural, that are beautiful, and are already coming in with messages. So, what I'm going to do right now is get rid of housekeeping so that I don't forget anything I need to say. And then I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys exactly what it is that I do to get myself here and how I did it throughout the process. And then I'm going to go into a quick, this time probably more quicker than most because today is about telling you guys how. But I'm going to go into a channeling state where you guys watch me, and I'm going to run energy through the chakras to very purposefully burst open the chakras, which is what I'm going to call this just a bursting open of every single chakra and a focus of energy. We have Arcturian out, we have Sirius out, we have the moon and Mars, and we have the constellation of Gemini. Being that I'm a Gemini, I am very drawn to this. Being that I believe that I'm more connected to the family of Sirius, I can hear more clear messages when Sirius is out. That is amazing to me. And I have recently, over the last 2 years, developed a very firm and knowledgeable relationship with the Arcturian, you know, knowledge base. I don't know what to call it, but you guys would understand. So drawing in on all that energy, I'm going to pull all that in through me, through every single chakra, pop, 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 and use that energy to burst it open. And then coming back up, I'm going to use Mother Earth grounding energy up through me to make sure that not only are we open and in reception mode, but also stable and in earth ready to live mode. Um, and while I'm doing that, I'm going to hear for any messages. And if anything relative or relevant or important comes through, I will at the very end tell you guys about it. I know my hair's crazy, guys. I, I like I told you guys, for those of you who have been following me, you guys know I'm learning to love the real me without the makeup, without the facade, without the extra that I normally put all over myself. So you'll see me a lot more in my pajamas and my face. I don't want to be worried about what I look like. I want to be worried about what this feels like. And I'm learning about that. So this is my real hair. When I don't comb it, it does what it wants. This is because my hair is actually curly, but at one point I didn't take care of it. And now that I do, it just does what it wants. So, and I let it because that's what I want. I want my hair to heal. I want to heal. I show all my blemishes. We don't care around here. Like I said, general housekeeping. All I want you guys to do is not forget to hit that subscribe button and the like button so more amazing people like you get shown that I do this thing, and more awesome YouTubers like me, if you do it for all of us, get shown to more people. And we need that because positivity and grows all the way around. And then we could spread more love and light all the way around. So that's what we want. That said, okay, guys, so let's talk about what it took for me to understand what channeling was. I can honestly say my whole life I've heard pitches, sounds, seen images, and also confused myself with being schizophrenic, thinking that I heard voices and things like that. But as an adult trying to figure out who I was, what was happening to me, and what was going on, I realized that that is channeling. In my whole life, other dimensional beings have been trying to come through, and I've just been very confused about it. That could be happening to a lot of us. Now, on the other end, I have also carried myself to some very dark places where I didn't hear or see anything. And to bring it back is the same method as it is to understand when they're all coming in. It's all the same, I believe. The goal and the way for the message to be understood is for you to have one understanding of who you are, where you end, and where everything else begins. So, in order for channel messages to be clear and to uh, be able to be useful to you, you have to understand what is you, what messages are in your head, what's going on in the earth plane, in the daily. And for that, you need to start practicing quiet time. For me, this was almost impossible. Like I said, my whole life was the pitches, the voices, the noises, the everything all over the place. But there was this like moment where I started to practice quiet time. Quiet time could be you're washing dishes, okay? Because for me, quiet time could not be sitting down. The moment I sat down, my head got so loud it wasn't even funny. For me, quiet time had to be doing something else physical with my hands or mind or eyes or something so that my brain could focus on that and my subconscious could start to come through. Maybe that works for some people. Some people are great at sitting down at meditation, then you don't need me. Because once you know about meditation, then you know how to find quiet time, then you already channel. You already hear things that are beyond yourself. You just don't know it yet. Okay? But for sure, when you are trying to find that quiet time, I think it's very important to understand that it's not some magical ritual. It's whatever works for you. So if you can sit down and breathe in and breathe out and focus on your breath and your mind starts to quiet down, and you can do that successfully until the other noises or the images start to come through, that is channeling. But right before, so first you have to learn to calm down your mind. First, you have to identify what is the thoughts in your mind by practicing those meditative moments, whether it be through quiet time or while you're washing dishes, like I was saying, and you stay focused on, so you're washing your dishes and that becomes the routine, like something you can do without even thinking. And then you start to say, mind, what's going on? What's the issue with you? How are you doing today? How do you feel? Start to go through that process, hear who you are, and then start to say, is there any messages for me today? And try to identify, is there another tone, another picture, another voice, another sound that you never heard before? Now, those are the channeled messages. Those are the extra dimensional beings that are coming through, trying to tell you stuff. You can hear them in your quiet time. You can hear them in your car. You can hear them during meditation. You can hear them when you're sometimes when listening to music that has no words, and in the in-between times you hear a pitch. I like to lower the radio and understand that something is there trying to say something. So all these channeled message, all these extra dimensional voices, a lot of people say, oh, you got to be careful. It depends on your vibration. Again, for me, the key that I can teach you guys here, it's your vibration that makes all the difference between whether this channeled message, whether everything coming in is going to vibrate here or here. I honestly believe that. You reflect and you vibrate in what you are. When I started to change who I was and I started to operate on a master level of love, and I started to get to know who I was, what thoughts were me, and start to clean that all up, and the things started to become much more positive, and I started to hear what was going on outside. Everything I heard was always stuff that was good for me, good for you, good for us, good for the world and the planet. So that reflected my inner state of being. But before that, everything coming through was already toxic and dangerous. I couldn't get through that transition of mind. So again, once you get through that transition of mind to really listen, you will be at a more positive state. You should be at a higher vibration, and all you bring in is those positive vibrational tones and thoughts. So for some of us trying to figure out how to channel and what we're doing to channel, that is my best advice. Most of us have already been channeling our whole lives, just don't know how to interpret the channel. To interpret the channel, we need to figure out what is going on in our mind and what is the channel coming in. And to do that, you need to start to quiet down the mind. So practice meditation, practice getting to know who you are, raise your vibration, and then hear for what's coming in that's not yourself. You'll know when you know. And if you guys ever have any questions, go ahead and email me, message me. I don't care. You guys know I answer every single message. I answer every single email. I absolutely adore and love every single one of you. Don't ever forget that. And thank you so much for being here at this video. I am about to hit my super channeled state and burst open these chakras with these wonderful celestial properties and our Mother Earth energy. And let me hear what they got to say to us. All right, I'll see you guys on that side. All right, guys, that was freaking amazing. I didn't even want to wait until I adjust. So remember I said there was all kinds of energy all around me. So when I look up, I'm locking in, or whatever you guys like to call it. And it's the Big Dipper, like right on top of me. And I'm like, oh my God, yes. So it is, for me, pouring in all of this, like dumping on us, this energy. And I got a headache for just a sec, like a split second. I got this huge headache that I've been experiencing actually for 48 hours now. And then I was told, for a lot of us, there's so many downloads coming in that we may be feeling fog, headaches, overload, fatigue. This is not bad. This is because we are being overloaded with energy and changes in our DNA composure, changes in our structure, and all that great stuff. But it's not easy for the physical body to deal with. What I was told, though, is a lot of us are thinking we have the flu, we're running to doctors. Better sleep on it, please, one day. And before bed, ask for help, is what they're saying. Ask your celestial team, ask your angels, what do I do? What is best? And you know, most of us wake up better because these symptoms don't last long. They last 4 hours or a day at the most. If they last longer than that, then yes, of course, go see a doctor. Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. But we need to wait and we need to be sure. I mean, sometimes they repeat themselves. Like they'll come and then 3 days later again and 3 days later because they're downloads and downloads and downloads. So don't be afraid. That's message number one. Message number two. A lot of us aren't getting answers immediately because we are clogged with overload of downloads. So we're not being able to hear. So this was a complete open pop, 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 pop. A complete open unlocking and unblocking of every chakra. But when I was done with that moment and that clearing, I felt like literally, like, you know, when you get your teeth cleaned really, really good, like how your teeth breathe after, that's the way the chakras were feeling, like they were breathing from the back. Something I've never felt before, like air from the back, like open in the chakras, like they were going, it's beautiful. So translate that to you, an unlocking of the chakras. So don't be afraid of what's going on. Our bodies can handle anything and everything. We are beyond capable. We are magical human beings. You and I are magical human beings. We are not here to be afraid of the human experience. In fact, we are here to conquer, take it by the horns, and own it. So we're here to have that human experience. Did I hear that today from the celestial bodies? I felt more like they've already told us that and they don't need to repeat themselves kind of stuff. And it was more like they have our back. They're giving it to us. Our bodies are ready. And that's that. So I couldn't be happier about what I've heard and what I know. So thank you guys so much for being a part of my life, my healing, and just this whole magical process with me. I love you guys so much. Cannot wait to see you in the next video. And just thank you for being just so amazing and awesome and everything great. Stay warm, safe, healthy, and abundant until I see you. Love you guys.